Yo, come look at this. Dude, holy crap, you're gonna spend 70K on this thing? Okay, well, yeah, I know that sounds expensive, but I can finance it and it's only $12.67 a month. So I'll be able to afford it. Yeah, dude, the $12.67 is for 5 years though. You're gonna be spending like $76,000 by the end of this. Yeah, but I can afford the payment, so why wouldn't I get this? Dude, you literally said you weren't gonna go to college because of the price of it. This is way more expensive. Or are you trying to imply that I'm being a bum or that I'm stupid or something? Yes, dude, you're an idiot. Dude, I think you're just jealous because you can't have this.
Bruh.
I'm still buying it. All right, I'm 23 and I'm already starting to see consumerism start to ruin the lives of the people around me. And honestly, I think it's just gonna get worse with time. Their car payment is just taking up all of their money, or they want an expensive apartment and it's just gonna be impossible to be comfortable living in there with the salaries that we have. Things like that, just small things. I think later down the road, it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse, especially with things like TikTok amplifying this problem. It's funny because this reminds me a lot of Fight Club and American Psycho, where they're talking about how your possessions own you, or in American Psycho where Patrick Bateman has a super nice apartment and this and that, but it's basically never enough. On top of seeing people I know, I see it online with stuff like Labubu's, the Starbucks cup, and just spending all sorts of money on all this crap. You know, there's consumerism at all income levels. It doesn't always have to just be an expensive car or something like that. It can just be, oh, I need the new Labubu. Oh, I need the new Lululemon shirt. My shirt needs to be Lululemon, even though it doesn't make that much of a difference. Even back when I was in 8th grade, I remember some girl almost got her phone taken away, which we had to pay $15 to get back. And she said, oh man, that would have been so bad. I just spent my last $15. I was like, how are you spending your last $15? We can't even drive anywhere. The only way you can spend your money as an 8th grader is at the vending machine or something. Now that I'm getting into the more salaried stage of my life, I'm seeing different groups spend all of their money in different ways. And for example, I know some guy who makes the exact same amount as me who's like, I need a nicer apartment. Like, you know, it's important where you live. I've also seen just, you know, someone buy $1,000 of Lululemon shirts just so they have better workout clothes. Seen someone buy brand new skis, which were anywhere between like $700 and $1,000, even though they live in Texas. Just all sorts of things that are just horrible purchases. Now, the most iconic form of consumerism, at least to me, is getting a car loan. Now, I know sometimes you might need one or have a situation where you lose your car and you haven't really gotten your savings and you need to get a car loan or something like that. But I'm talking about people that get cars that are way more expensive than they can afford, and their monthly payment is gonna kind of rinse them dry of anything that they had. Now, I know some guy whose parents got him a car, and it wasn't a nice car. I mean, it was about the same as mine. I drive an old Honda Civic, you know, it's whatever. But he wanted a new one, so he financed some expensive car. And then once the newness of the expensive car stopped hitting, he bought new brakes, he bought new seats, he bought a new steering wheel, he bought new tints on his windows, he got it dropped, he got new rims. And I'm not trying to poop on them for being broke necessarily, because I can't really afford stuff like that either. I mean, holy crap, spending 50 grand or more, I guess up to 80 or something on a car, I mean, that would be horrible right now for me. I'm more hating on the consumerism aspect of this, and how just people will literally justify anything that they buy. They'll be like, dude, I got a good interest rate. It was only 8%, and you know, the market's at 10%. So I'm beating that. I'm like, dude, you don't even have any money saved up. You're not beating anything. So that's kind of where I'm going with this, ruining your life, and how I guess your possessions would start to own you, as they refer to in Fight Club. And the way this is happening is, let's say you make $5,000 a month, right? And you want a nicer apartment, so people think it's more impressive whenever they come over. They're like, wow, this is nice. $2,500, so that's pretty expensive already. Then you get a car that's $500 a month, and you're already out $3,000 of your $5,000 a month. Not the greatest spot. You know, that's not even accounting for groceries, gas, just any other expenses that could come up. Like, let's say you want to go out That also is probably going to cost a lot of money, things like that. And by the end of the month, you're going to discover pretty quickly that you're broke. And then, you got people that, again, they do things like they see the little boo-boos. They have to have it. They have to have the stupid Starbucks bear cup. They have to have anything like that. Just all this stuff marketed towards these people that spend anytime they see something that they want. Now, the only thing that is tricky about this is I know a lot of people my age are heavily supported by their parents. Sometimes people are bad with money, but their parents are also supporting them so heavily that it doesn't really matter. But honestly, it's a mixture of both. They let them live with them still. They let them just get all the groceries for free. They don't make them pay rent or insurance or anything like that. They're actually pretty bad with money and somehow manage to spend all of the money they make as well. And the problem with this whole consumerism thing, like, oh, buying the new thing and this, is it just kind of is endless. I've bought new stuff before, but after buying it, it feels so cool when you get it, but then it just never ends. Like, it always just becomes something normal. It's one of those things where it just never ever satisfies you, and you end up just spending all your money for nothing. I've been trying to save more and being more stingy because I realized every dollar that I save is one less dollar I'm gonna have to work for later. Anyways, I hope y'all liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and just, overall message, don't let your life get run by having to buy the next thing every time or the new thing. Just think about it for a second. You're gonna get the post-buyer's remorse, and it's gonna start feeling the same as anything else that you own. I hope y'all liked my video. I will see y'all in the next video.